Hey everyone, my name is Jesse. This is The Auditorium. I react to video game music for the very first time. And today is the long awaited return of Transistor from Supergiant Games. We're going to be hearing the songs Paper Boats, followed by The Spine. These are requested by Alec and Matt. Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've done Transistor. I've only done it twice on this channel before. And I actually still listen to In Circles quite often. It's part of one of my Spotify playlists, and it's kind of a good timing for this. Hades 2 is currently in early release, so the hype is surrounding it. I own it and have yet to play it. I actually technically own this game too, but I have yet to play it. I have all the Supergiant games. They're just waiting in the backlog that continues to grow. So what I do remember about Transistor is it's I don't know, it's like a little more mellow, a little more lo-fi-ish, and a lot of singing, at least from the ones I've heard from Ashley Barrett. So let's just get into it. Huge fan of Darren Korb, huge, and what better way to start my day with some Paper Boats from Transistor. Let's go.
Seconds march into the past.
There she is again.
Moments pass, just like that.
That's definitely Darren on the guitar.
The river always finds the sea.
And singing.
So helplessly, like you find me. We are paper boats floating on a stream. We'll never be apart. I will always find you.
She's so good.
Like it's written in the stars. You can run, but you can't hide.
What a range.
Like the moon that makes the tides, that silent guide is calling from inside. Pull me here and push me there. It's everywhere, hanging.
This is great.
We are magnets pulling from different poles.
I like how it goes from electric guitar
With no control,
to a clean acoustic guitar.
we'll never be apart. I will
Oh, you can already start to hear the acoustic
always
here.
find you. Like it's written in the stars.
I hear three guitars: electric,
You
clean electric,
can run,
acoustic.
but you can't hide. Try.
Very experimental and like, I don't know, it's just cool.
I'll always find you. I'll always find you.
Nice bass.
Always find you. Like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. I will always find you.
Her high notes are so good.
Like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. I'll always
There's still 30 seconds left of this video. Let me fast forward just a bit. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so Transistor, I think every song I've heard, I could be wrong about this, but I think every single song I've heard features Ashley Barrett and this sort of kind of calm lo-fi beat thing with her like really smooth, subtle vocal over it. But this is the first time I think, well, I don't know. Her way of singing, I'm no singing expert, but her way of singing is so interesting to me because it's calm and very tranquil. And when she goes and like belts these high notes, it's not like this crazy amount of energy behind it. Sorry about that. I just had a coughing fit. First time that's ever happened while I'm recording. I promise I didn't just start crying. And yeah, it's just something really beautiful about her style, and it's like such a confident way of singing, and it's, I don't know, you know. But I think the main takeaway here is that all these games sound different. Pyre doesn't sound like Transistor. Transistor doesn't sound like Hades. And even Hades 2 doesn't even sound like Hades 1 so far from what I've heard. And I know that Darren likes to kind of assign somewhat of a genre to each game. And you can really hear that here. And I really like it because it's kind of stuff you can just have on in the background. And just kind of like vibe out, you know? Like this is kind of stuff I would listen to while driving or cleaning or something. I can't even imagine it in game, you know? I'm pretty sure I've asked this before, but it seems like, if I had to guess, that maybe this character, I don't know anything about this game, but maybe this character, two things. Maybe it's her singing, like it's supposed to be her, and maybe that's why there's so much singing. Like there's like an emphasis on her type of thing. I don't know that. But that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. That's the first time ever in 1,200 episodes that I had to like stop in between, and it feels really weird having this many cuts. But I just like got something in my throat, and I just was like coughing for like 10 minutes straight. So it really totally threw me off. I'm totally sorry. I had to kind of like re-listen to it and say what I was gonna say, even though I haven't even heard the second song yet. Sorry, that was just really weird. But, you know, I wanted to keep the original reaction. I wasn't going to, like, redo it. But from what I recall saying, and upon hearing it again, it was... To me, this sounded like it would be very, I guess, iconic in the game. Like, sort of how In the Blood is in Hades, where it's, like, towards the end, or possibly credits or something. It has that kind of almost wrapped up type of feel to it. But it's extremely catchy. Like when I heard In Circles, I knew immediately that I was going to start like humming that back, and you know, it was going to be kind of one of those songs. And I feel like this way with this one too. But I think I'm just going to get that in general with the whole soundtrack. It seems to be pretty much part of the formula in Transistor, it seems like. And I really enjoyed the duet with Darren, and they work together so well. Like their voices they just work. And I don't mean this in any sort of like negativity towards Darren whatsoever, but I don't know how much he's like trained his voice, if he's actually like taken lessons, or if he considers himself much of a singer. I know he's a musician, but I just think his voice happens to work when he does it. And then her complimenting it is just like this extra thing. And again, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just happens to work. And yet somehow it still, like I said, sounds different from like other games that they're part of. And now that I'm hearing more, it seems like Ashley Barrett's a big deal in this game, which is super exciting because her voice is amazing. I really like all the guitar work, and yeah, that's I feel like there's definitely some metaphorical stuff going on, like paper boats being pulled, and you can't escape or you can't hide. So makes me very intrigued to catch the rest. And now I'm very excited for this next one, because now I feel like there's a pattern, but maybe not. Maybe it's going to completely change it up. But the overall sound of Transistor is pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of another group I mentioned before with this game is Thievery Corporation. You know, that kind of mellow sort of, I don't even know how to describe it, this genre really, but yeah, whatever that is, it's Thievery Corporation does it a lot, and I just really like it. So this is the Spine. Hopefully I don't go into a coughing fit, but this is the Spine. Yeah, the use of like these guitars and electronic beats is really cool.
Just skin and bones.
Ooh.
Nothing inside. Sleeping alone. Fingers tied. Themselves in knots around the heart. It beats in time. I see the spine of the world, sparkle and shine like the inside. I see the spine of the world. I know it's mine, twisted and tight. You always go walking on coals. Walk away slow. Feel the fire light.
I feel like Ashley really got her moment to shine in this game.
Song for you. I see the spine of the world, sparkle and shine like the inside. I see the spine.
Everything's catchy. It's music that I can totally envision in like on the radio, you know, TV.
Come with me, fly right over, watch it break if we get closer. Much closer, I see the spine
Spine.
of the world, sparkle and shine
Spine of the world?
like the inside. I see the spine of the world. You know it's mine.
Mandolin?
Twisted and tight.
That's cool. Huh, for some reason Transistor's videos end like 30 seconds before the video ends. Okay, both of those kind of seem like they were in the same realm. But now that like I said earlier, I think everything I've heard from Transistor has this exact feel. It's not a bad thing. But there seems to be, from what I recall, heavy emphasis on vocals, or maybe just the songs I've heard. For those that don't know, like the maybe new or something, you know, anything Supergiant I discovered on this channel, and then the only game I've ever played was Hades. So my only experience really, like gameplay wise, besides the music, is Hades. And in Hades, there's very few songs with vocals, but the ones that were there were pretty prominent and important. Whereas here, I feel like they might be more of a kind of big deal. Like it's kind of common here. I'm pretty sure every song I've heard has Ashley Barrett kind of like soothing the sound, but also as a guitar player for me, it's really cool hearing Darren doing a lot of stuff. I know he's more than a guitar player. He's like the engineer as well. He's doing the Pro Tool stuff. He's doing pretty much everything for the most part. I think outside of some mixing, just to save time. But like for example, Hades is mostly when it comes to guitars, just like distorted metal tones, and then you have your Greek instruments. But here the guitar is like there's stuff with chorus, delay pedals, different reverbs, and there's a lot of like experimental noises to go along with the beat as well. So the whole thing sounds very kind of futuristic and just experimental, really. It's the only way I can really describe it. But what I've noticed is I don't know if it was intended, but every song from Transistor I've heard has been extremely catchy. They all have these very simple hooks that just grab you, and then combine that with her voice. And it makes me wonder, like, because I'm sure there's variety in the soundtrack, but I'm curious as to what a song would sound like in this game that doesn't sound like this. Something that's maybe more intense or maybe even slower. Because everything so far has just this kind of mellow, like, I don't know, it's like so calm to me, but I really like it. Her voice is so good. And it's like made, well, I mean, she can do whatever, but like, I think this style of music really complements her sound, like, a lot. And if I get to hear more Darren singing too, that'd be great. But yeah, Transistor is definitely the next one on my radar, even though, like I said, I own them all, but I haven't played them. I just got them on sale because they're usually bundled. Transistor is definitely the next one I'm going to play whenever that time comes. But it seems like just a cool thing. But now that I know that the music seems to have this feel to it, it's very intriguing. Because I know, like I said, Darren seems to kind of choose an avenue for each one. Like Katie's was like this kind of Mediterranean Halloween prog thing. And then for this one, it seems like, whatever this is, it's if the whole soundtrack is like that, then that's really cool. So yeah, sorry for the break. I know you guys don't notice it because I took like a 30-minute break in between, but that's a big deal. I've never done that, and I can still feel it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just not my day to record, but I don't like making cuts. I like to have the whole thing organic as possible, but I couldn't talk, and it was like scratching me. So but the feeling is still there, and I'm just really curious about more Transistor, and I don't have many more requests left for it. So that is The Spine and Paper Boats, two metaphorical sounding titles, and I can't wait to experience it. So thank you to the requesters. I'm going to try to not talk for a while and see what happened, but I don't want to lose my voice because that's a big no-no. Thank you to all my Patrons here. Thank you to my Platinum members. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Peace.